See a bunch of people getting on. Thanks for getting on, everybody. What's up? Fit Happy Steve. I'm going to be making cloud bread tonight. So cloud bread is pretty awesome because it gives you the opportunity to eat bread. Well, it's a lot like bread. It's not exactly bread, but it's a really great alternative. You know, unfortunately, we fall victim, most all of us, to the horrible white flours out there, wheat flours that are just processed, and they're feeding our body full of horrible carbohydrates that are breaking down, and the sugars are just killing us, right? So instead of us just devouring bread, and like in the morning, if you're going to make an egg sandwich, instead of just, you know, toasting up 2 pieces of toast, why not have something that is super, super low in calories? I'm going to tell you how low in calories it is. For two slices of cloud bread, it's like 94 calories. And check this out. Total fat, 6 grams of fat. That's it. 2 grams from saturated fat. 167 milligrams of sodium. Total carbohydrates is less than 2 grams for 2 slices of cloud bread, right? And then you have sugars. How about the sugars? Well, it's less than 2 grams for 2 slices of the cloud bread. And then protein, there's 9 grams of protein for 2 pieces of cloud bread. So again, for those of you logging on, I'm going to show you the prep portion of what this looks like as far as cloud bread is concerned, how simple and easy it is to make. It literally takes 10 minutes to prep. I'm going to be using a blender in the background, so I'm just going to warn you right now that might happen. And I just want to welcome everybody here. We have a lot of viewers coming on. Fit Happy Steve, going to show you how to make some cloud bread. So here we go. It is officially 8:02. As I promised, we're going to get this going. So you need certain utensils to get this going. I'm going to explain what they are. I'm also going to show you some of the ingredients that we use to make the cloud bread. It's so simple, and you can make this, I mean, every other day and have yourself a blast eating, you know, as much of it as you like. So let me show you some of the stuff that we have going on here. The screen isn't giving me much size, so I'm going to have to be ducking down with you. Okay. So here are some of the things that we're going to need. You're going to need a baking sheet, okay? A baking sheet's very, very important. It needs to be, you know, a decent sized baking sheet, 1313. It could be one of the long ones. I don't know the size of these things. But a baking sheet is a necessity. You're going to need some cooking spray, nonstick cooking spray. I just happen to have canola cooking spray here. You are going to need a spatula or a spoon of some kind that has a kind of a wide end on it. I'm not a chef. I love to cook. I should probably have other stuff. You're going to need 1/3 of a cup for dry. Okay, this is a 1/3 cup. You're going to need a knife. You are going to need a couple bowls to make your cloud bread, okay? So one of the bowls you need to have, it needs to be a decent size because we're going to be breaking up the egg from yolk into, and also the egg whites. And we're going to beat both of those, and then we're going to recombine them. So the second bowl you're going to need is going to need to be just a little bit maybe wider and easier to combine the two together. And then you're going to need a mixer, okay? A hand mixer works out really, really well. It's super simple, super easy. I would not try to do this in another kind of blender because you can control the speed and be able to really see how it's all working. So let me show you how to make some cloud bread here. Actually, let me show you some of the other ingredients we need. We're going to have 2% Greek yogurt. So we need 2% Greek yogurt, and this is, you know, no flavor to it, so 2%. We're also going to need cream of tartar. So cream of tartar. When I saw the ingredient list, I was like, what the heck is cream of tartar? I've never used cream of tartar in my life. So I went into a local store called Mother Earth, which is a health food store, and I was able to scoop out as much as I wanted. So cream of tartar is really important. We're only going to need a pinch of that for what we need. We're going to need some salt, some Himalayan salt, or just some sea salt, and it's just going to be a pinch. That's it. Trust me. The first time I did this, I went way overboard, and it just was not right. All right, so what else? We're going to need eggs. So 3 eggs, that's it to make this. When I eat eggs, I prefer for my eggs to be pure grain-free. I'm sorry, pure grain fed, no antibiotics, no hormones, no additives, okay? Very important that you're not getting any of those hormones, those nasty things that are coming through. And listen, if you have any questions as I get going here, definitely type in some questions and I'll see if I can answer them for you. I'll try to keep back and forth. So let's get going. Let's make some cloud bread. Let's keep the calories low. Let's be able to eat whatever we want, because eating healthy and living a fit life does not mean that you have to eat twigs and berries and hay, okay? I eat normal food, but I eat a lot of it in portion, and I like making healthier choices. So the alternatives for me are so much better. So again, we're gonna make cloud bread for those of you who are just logging in. Fit Happy Steve here. Let's get going. There's gonna be some noise in the background, so I'm sorry about that in advance. Okay, first things first, what we need to do to make the cloud bread. We need to separate our egg yolks from our egg whites. So we need to be able to do this very carefully. Now, some of you might have the egg yolk and white splitter thing. I don't know what that is. I just use the dirty old shell. I don't even care. All right. And then once that is done, then you could put your yolk by itself. Let's do another one. So we need 3 eggs split between the yolk and the egg white. So right now I'm just splitting up egg yolks and egg whites. Again, these are hormone free. These are free running chickens that these are hens that these come from. And here's egg number 3 that I'm using to split up the yolks and the whites. Okay? All right. And be careful that you don't get the shells in there, like I just did, and like I always do. All right. So now we have the egg whites here, okay? And this one I have a tiny bit of yolk in there. I'm going to try and get that out. Just a tiny, tiny bit. That's okay. All right, now here's where we take the cream of tartar. And it's important that we reach in for a pinch, okay? Here is a pinch. That is a pinch, okay? So we're just going to go for a pinch of tartar, and we're going to put it in with our egg whites. Just 3 egg whites. Now, please pardon me, do not leave, okay? I'm going to be using the blender for like 3 minutes, but I'm going to try and talk throughout it to take you back through some of the ingredients just in case you just logged in and you're checking this out for the first time. So here we go. So on high, oh, I'm so sorry for this. We're going to beat our egg whites, and we want to beat the egg whites. This is so important. Okay, I'm going to turn this down a little bit. We need to beat the egg whites for about 3 to 4 minutes until they actually form stiff mountains, okay? Use a plastic bottle to suck up the yolk. Works perfect. Oh, I like that, Josh. That's a good idea. I like that. And 2% yogurt. Yep, 2% Greek yogurt we're using on this. So it's important when we are whisking this with our hand beater that the egg yolks actually make up stiff mountaintops. I had no idea what stiff mountaintops were, and then once I started doing this, I said to myself, oh my goodness, that's what a stiff mountaintop is. So if you beat it enough with the cream of tartar, it's actually going to start building up nice and thick, and it's actually going to grow to be really, really stiff. And you need it to be stiff because you have to do something which is called folding your egg whites into your egg yolks. Folding? I was like, what is folding? I have no idea what folding means, but I had to learn it, and I was able to perfect this, so it's really, really great. Thank you so much, all of you, for being on here. If you have questions, definitely post them right now. We're making cloud bread. I'm showing you how to do it, right? So about 3 to 4 minutes, we're going to do this. And again, I'm only going to take you all through the preparation process of this. I'm not going to actually take you through the 30 minutes of bake time, okay? What I'm going to do is we're going to put it in the oven, and then at the end, if you guys want to hop back on about 30 minutes from the time we're done, you're going to get a Facebook notification, and I'll let you know about what time that's going to be. And you can hop on and you can take a look at the finished product, okay? So making cloud bread is a really, really great option for those who just struggle with carbs, who love bread, but just really need an alternative, something healthier, right? It's just made from eggs. You're splitting up the egg white, you're splitting up the yolks. It's made from a little Greek yogurt. It's made from a little cream of tartar, and that's about it. So it's all in the preparation time. Can you toast cloud bread? Hey, Allison. Okay, so when the cloud bread comes out at the end, here's what it's going to look like. It's going to be crispy on the outside, and it's going to be like really light and fluffy on the inside, just like a cloud, okay? I did try to reheat it, and it definitely crispens it up on the outside a little bit, but the inside, I noticed when I reheated it, definitely was not as cloudy. but I didn't care. Honestly, what I did was I let it cool on a nice rack, and I put them in an airtight container. And today, for instance, I was at Starbucks getting some work done, so I decided to just take a couple pieces with me, and I snacked on a couple pieces, and it tasted fantastic. So I didn't worry about toasting it. Good question. So as you can see, if you can, it's starting to form some peaks. I don't know if you can see that peak in there happening. So we're just about there. You can't be afraid to really get at it. Thank you all for just bearing with me with this. So for those of you maybe who are just signing on, definitely ask questions. We're making cloud bread right now. And Rachel Ray's got nothing on you, Steve. Oh, thanks, bro. All right, listen. It looks like I've got pretty stiff peaks going on right here, okay? So the stiff peaks are really, really important. I'm just going to go for like another 30 seconds or so, and then we're going to be good. All right. How about for those of us up in the Northeast, this weather, right? It's been so awesome. So again, we're making cloud bread here, and it looks like I've got nice stiff peaks happening. Perfect. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. As you can see, it's making nice stiff peaks. You can see the lines happening throughout, and that's what a stiff peak is, okay? Next step, we're just going to do this until it's blended nice and easy. I have the egg yolks in here, those 3 egg yolks that we took out, and I'm going to take the Greek yogurt, and I'm going to take my 3rd cup, and I'm going to take the 3rd cup, and I'm going to scoop out a 3rd cup of Greek yogurt. And this is where you need your knife. You just need to make sure that you've got a nice even 3rd cup in there, and that it's not too full, all right? Because we want to stick with the recipe. So as you can see, I've got a 3rd cup in there, looking good. I'm gonna load that right down in there. All right. This is where we're gonna take a pinch of sea salt. Again, Himalayan salt or regular salt works really, really well. You got a whole new career in your hands. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, brother. Listen, just a pinch, right? Pinch. That was literally it. You saw that. It was just a quick turn or a tiny, tiny little pinch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Greek yogurt along with the egg yolks and that pinch of salt. I'm going to blend this, and I'm only going to blend it until it's blended smoothly. On medium. We're not going to go on high with this one. We just need to make sure that we got it all together. Nothing too crazy. And we're about over halfway through our prep. Very, very simple here. All right? All right, just another. This has 5 levels on it. This little hand mixer. Right now, I have it on. 3. I went from 2 to 3. So when making cloud bread, it's important to have your egg whites have the peaks on them. You can see all those peaks in there with the shadows happening. And then your egg yolks just need to be nice and blended. Now here is where it all happens. This is so important because if you overmix this, what's going to happen is they're going to come out flat and they're not going to bake right? Because we want it to emulate and just be exactly like what bread would be. So instead of over mixing it, we're going to do what's called folding. Again, I had to learn what the heck is folding. I have no idea what these cooking terms are, right? So I'm learning as I go. So now we're going to take about 1/3 of our whipped egg whites with cream of tartar, about 1/3 of it, and we're going to put it into our yolk. And now we're going to fold this. Fold it. See me folding it? It's a very slow process, but what you want to do is just basically saturate your egg whites and cream of tartar without over mixing them to flatten them, because you really want it to be able to bake correctly. Then we can start adding in the rest of our whipped egg whites and start folding and folding and folding and folding. We are about 3/4 of the way through our process of prepping our cloud bread. Very, very simple. I'm going to take the last little bit of my egg white and we're going to put the rest of that. So the egg white with the cream of tartar, that pinch of it, we're going to put the rest of that in with the yolks. We're going to fold it over we're going to fold it over. I'm going to try and give you a good view of what we got going on here. And you want to fold it over until you don't see any more of the white. The white is going to the egg white. You want that completely gone, but you do not want to make this so liquidy as you're folding it, okay? You do not want to mix it. You just want to fold it. And there we go. So as you can see, I have a yellowish mixture of my egg whites and the egg yolks. Next live cooking video needs to be the guac recipe. Yeah, you got it, Brian. No problem. Actually, I will do that. That sounds good. Now, here's the cool part. I'm going to lower the camera down just a little bit so you guys can see what we need to do. First off, we need to take our cooking spray, our non-stick cooking spray. We're going to spray our cooking sheet, okay? So we're going to spray that down because we don't want it to stick. Next, I'm going to lower this down so we can see what is going on over here, okay? Let's see if we got this. Now, I'm going to take this mixture that I have. I'm going to take out and I'm going to make 3-inch circles. I'm going to make 3-inch circles by putting a piece on here, and I could usually fit about 6 on this cooking sheet. Okay, I'm going to put the oven to 300 before I forget. So we're going to preheat our oven to 300. Just 300, and there we go. Okay, and now we're going to take our mixture and we're going to put it in the outermost corner. We're going to form it by using the end of the spatula into a round circle, okay? And we're going to do it right here. Again. Don't be afraid. It has to have a little density to it. All right. Oops, that was too over. So we're making cloud bread, and we are just about finished with this entire process. The next process is going to be putting it in the oven for a half an hour, okay? So when we put it in the oven for a half an hour, we just need to take a look at it. What I like to do is actually put the oven on 300 for 25 minutes instead of the full 30 minutes because I want to make sure that it's not overcooking. Remember, every oven cooks differently. It could be a gas oven, it could be an electric oven, it could be an old oven, like this oven. So I've got 6 pieces of cloud bread here. As you can see, I'm just going to add a little bit more of my mixture to them. I probably could have made a 7th in there, but I like to have an even amount, especially for when I'm having my eggs in the morning. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you what this looks like. So, this is what it should look like on your pan. Can you see that? It's got a little depth to it, so it's not flat, which means I was able to, I was able to grab it, fluff it enough, whip it. I don't even know what this is all called, right? So that is how you prep your cloud bread. It takes about 10 minutes to do it. It's really not a long process at all. Anyone can do it. And now I'm going to put it in the oven for 10 minutes, or for 30 minutes. Sorry, I was reading something. Is there going to be a new segment each week? Call it Cooking with Steve. I like that, Matt. All right, so I'm going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes. Actually, I'm going to start it for 25 minutes as soon as this is preheated. And then, so that means it's 8:18. At about 8:50 p.m. tonight, I'm going to come back on Facebook Mentions here live. If you see the notification come up, just click on the notification, check me out, and then I'm going to show you the finished product. But for those of you, one more time, total cook time is 40 minutes for cloud bread, 10 minutes to prep, super easy. It yields 3 servings, which are two pieces each of the bread. Let me see here. I'm going to go over one more time the nutrition facts. So the nutrition facts, 94 calories. This is for 2 slices. This is for 2 pieces. 94 calories, 6 grams of fat. 2 of those grams come from saturated fat, 167 milligrams of sodium, 2 grams of carbohydrates, and or less, 2 grams of sugar or less, and 9 grams of protein. So this is mostly a protein bread, right? So it's super easy, super fantastic, and just, I mean, it couldn't get any easier, and I've been making this for the past few days and love it. Yes, love this idea. This is great, Steve. Thanks, Leah. So everybody, about 8:50, let's come back on. I'm going to show you the finished product, and we're going to have some fun with this. Thank you all so much. I'm going to pop this in the oven right now and set my timer for 25 minutes, and we will see you all about 8:50. Thank you very much. Again, Fit Happy Steve. Oh, if you don't follow me already on my like page, please follow me on my like page. It's Steve Ferris, Fitness and Nutrition. I put up tons of recipes, fitness motivation, inspiration. That's what this is all about. You know what? I'm a coach. I'm a fitness coach because I desire to help people live a healthier, happier life, and that's what this is about right here too. So we'll see you back in about 8:50, everybody. You all have a fantastic time. Until then, I'll see you. Bye-bye.